Here we are rolling into, well, Jackson Hole. This is the hole. Heading south into Jackson Hole here. I arrived up here this afternoon to start my couple of days of getting acclimated to altitude and to getting a little bit of riding in at altitude before I resume my trip. Probably, hopefully Tuesday morning, if I'm feeling really good about it. We'll take off Tuesday morning and head up to Guadi Pass. So I'm on my way back from Jackson after dinner, riding back on the trail. Just beautiful views of the Teton Mountains off to the west there. The second peak from the last one is Grand Teton. That's the big one, 13,700 feet. Well, here's one of my acclimation rides. First one, really. I rode about 22 miles yesterday, down to Jackson and back, and today I got the bike loaded up with everything, and I'm doing a big, I think it's going to be about a 45-mile loop, maybe a little more, because I ended up on a road I really didn't want to ride on. It was really rough, so a rough gravel road, actually big stones almost, and so I had to take a detour back off of that and take a little bit of a longer ride out of my way to get on the trail I want to be on, to go around I'm basically going to ride across the Snake River up here and then turn and go south right along the face of the Tetons, which you should be able to see in the picture there right now. And by doing that, I'll loop around the bottom and back into Jackson and then back north up the Tetons. By doing that, by going across the Snake River there, I get closer to them. So I'm closer to the bases. This is my little detour off the main route that I'm riding across the country, but well, I'll tell you what, it's been well worth it. I had planned on doing this when I came down, but the people that I was riding with at the time just wanted to go straight out across Wyoming, and I wanted to stay with them, so I missed this. This is the part of it I missed, was down here. So had I been on my own, this would have been part of the ride. Doing about a extra 100 miles of riding to get all this in. So I guess you can say this is part of the trip. Day 33 with an asterisk, I guess. I guess that's what we'll call it. And so finally, after riding 12.5 miles, I think I could have done this in probably 10. It probably cost me an extra 2.5 miles going this way, but now we're headed towards the Snake River. Get on the west side of the Snake River here and ride up along the mountains. I got a couple of riders here. Hi guys. Hello. And a lot of cyclists are going to be over on this side, I'm thinking, from here south to Jackson, and then the other way, because you can get to Jackson going both ways here. Hi folks. So this is Moose Wilson Road here, which parallels the Snake River and lies in between the base of the Tetons here and the river on the west side of the Snake River. I may have just said east, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm on the west side of the river now, and they got all kinds of signs warning you not to stop and watch wildlife here, like every mile or so. There's some open areas off to my left. I'll give you a look at those in a minute. But what was I going to say? Oh, I haven't seen any wildlife yet. I've seen nothing but cars coming down going the other direction. So, here we are along the trail that goes down to Teton Village here. And you can see we're very close to the base of the southern end of the, well, I wouldn't say it's the southern end, I guess kind of the lower end, more towards the south. The higher mountains are to the north. Boy, these are pretty high. I'm at 6,300 feet here. You can see there's ski lifts going up. Distance there, I don't know if you can see those, but looks like those are the ski slopes on this side, all over the place up there. I don't ski, but boy, those must be fun. Pretty steep. So we are coming into Teton Village here. And I'm guessing this is a ski resort in the wintertime. Just a place for people to come and stay in the summer. I don't know what all there is to do down here. We'll go down and have a look at it. I wanted to show you here what you miss if you didn't have the trail here. Be out there riding on that to make this loop. Yeah, the trail that I rode today, I believe it's called the Grand Loop. I got to check on that. It's at least part of it, but for me it'll be about 50 miles because I'm riding to my campground, from my campground back to my campground. But it's only been about, I think about 7 miles of it has been on public roads. The rest has been on just on trails, and they're all paved trails. And now we're back in Jackson, Wyoming. So I'm on my way back to up to Hatchet Campground, where to resume the trip tomorrow. We're about 33 miles away from there today. Already ridden about 15. And I just stopped for lunch, and I'm on this nice little trail now that goes down past Jenny Lake, and then eventually I got to jump over and get on this highway that you can see that I'm paralleling up ahead, and ride that back up to the junction in Moran, and then head over to Hatchet to camp this evening. And tomorrow we will resume the ride, and I believe it is day 33. Well, here I am, finally, back at Hatchet Campground after nearly 2 months away, and stopping my trip on day 31. And tomorrow I will head out of here and begin day 32 from where I left off back on July 2nd. So it's kind of wet here tonight. I rode in the rain for like the last 6-7 miles to get here today. So I'm kind of wet and cold right now, but glad to be here. And when we were here the last time, the mosquitoes were absolutely horrendous, and there's no mosquitoes today.
which is a blessing because that's about the worst I've ever seen mosquitoes in my life. Yeah, tomorrow, I don't know if you can see out here, it's even with the rain we just had, it's very hazy, and that's not haze, it's smoke. There's wildfires down in Idaho we're getting smoke from, and there's a wildfire about 40 miles to the, I think it's 40 miles to the southeast of us down here. And I talked to some people that were up on the pass this afternoon, the Tagwati Pass, which is the one I got to cross in the morning. And they said it's pretty smoky up there. It was pretty rough. So I'm glad I came and got a couple of days to acclimate back to the altitude, and I've done that, and I did a little bit of climbing today, and I'm not feeling the altitude. I am a little bit concerned about the smoke though. Hopefully the wind will come in and blow it out of there tonight, or get it moving or something, so I don't have to deal with it tomorrow. So anyway, I'm gonna get my tent set up here and have some dinner and get to bed. So, well, probably not quite because it's only about 4:30, so, or 5 o'clock. So probably not gonna go to bed right away. So we will see you tomorrow on the trail again for day 32 of Across America.